Hey guys, welcome back to the Unfathomable. I'm Zoe.
I'm Daph.
And I just want to jump straight into something that happened to me earlier today.
Enlighten me.
And it fucking enlightened me. So I was talking to that guy that I was messing around with that lives past Kempsey a little bit. I don't want to say his name, so. P.
That one?
P, yeah.
Oh, I thought you already said the name.
No, so he pretty much said from when we were messing around that if I was going to do meets or anything, he didn't want any part of it. So I was like, whatever, that's fair enough. So I sent him a message the other day and I was like, I'm doing meets. Mm-hmm. And then he sent me a message this morning and he was like, oh, what's he actually meeting up with people for money? And I was like, yeah, it's what it involves, yeah, why? Yeah. And then he was just straight up, why the fuck would you lower yourself to that low? You're out here selling your body, you don't you've got no
50 years old sleeping with 20-year-old, so if he
and I was
beef.
I'm what I'm doing is legal, what you're doing isn't legal, mate.
I guess we're not going to go into that part of the story.
I was like, what's the difference between me selling content online to the exact same people?
Yeah.
Or them paying me for a date or something, going out with them on a date, being a stripper and everything's fine.
Yeah.
But the second you lay one finger on them.
Is that $50?
Yes.
It's a bit hairy. I'll give you 25.
All right, done.
Cool.
Done.
Yeah, moving.
It's just it's.
Yeah.
You know?
So basically he could accept every other element of sex work, but the idea of you actually escorting, doing meets.
Yeah, and then he turned around and he was like, I was going to make it official with you and everything. And I was like, you have been saying for the past 3 months that that's not what you're about.
That motherfucker got feelings for you for 20 seconds and ran and hid Patrick Star under a fucking rock.
Yeah.
That's officially fucking mentally ill. That's the best I can do. Does that cunt want Mr. Krabs whip out his little fucking tiny violin? Fucking that's as much as he's getting from me. No, that's ridiculous.
Yep, it's...
Have you had anyone on Snapchat come at you and kind of say, oh, this is fucking dirty sort of thing?
I've had someone say, why would you do it? You deserve a lot better than that. And I just went, do I? And then I block them.
Yeah. Fucking earlier today, I had some guy message me, how much do I have to pay to have, your tongue stud wrapped around my cock? And I was my details about that sort of stuff are on my story.
I saw that, yeah.
And he was I can pick up better chicks at the fucking pub. All because I was I'm not taking on new clients at the moment because of the amount of shit that I have dealt with. I was bro, sorry, I don't being sexually assaulted on the regular. And the cunt wants to be out here and be I can pick up better chicks. Go to the pub
Go do it then.
On you go. Why out here? Adding chicks or fucking content creator share pages.
Yeah.
Because I paid our good old buddy for a shout out. And so I'm getting influxes of people messaging me, be hey, my name's fucking Simon. I'm 38 from Ireland. I'm looking to date. I'm bro, you found me off a photo with my tits out being buyers only. What part of that screams yes, eHarmony, 90 Day Fiance, let's go gamers, let's get this green card.
Yeah, I don't, because I get those people as well and I'm just what goes through your head to see a chicken laundry that says buy or OnlyFans or some shit and them to be oh, let's go out.
Yeah. But then they're the ones that kind of go you're too better, you're better than to do sex work. But also they want to date you, but they also want to shame you for doing sex work. It's that's how you fucking found me, you dumb dog.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's the dumbest dog shit I've ever heard.
My brain.
Yeah.
Just...
But they always come in at the angle of they want to date you instead, and it's are you just mad because you can't afford this?
Yeah, exactly.
Bruh, fucking. Speaking of can't afford this, you would have seen that I made a dick sucking video last week, and it was a client that I was talking about in the episode with Nicole because I was out here he was pestering me for weeks and then was kind of because if we're filming, I don't have to pay for the services in it. And I was motherfucker, you're lucky I'm even letting you film sort of thing. And then we discussed it for ages and I was look, fine, I'll give you the content for free. He was a client of mine 2 years ago. Yeah. He paid a lot, he paid well, and then he was just I couldn't afford it anymore. That's why I stopped seeing you. And I'm like, that's fine, that's course, whatever. So we came to the agreement that we would film and then he would get it for free.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, he was like, oh, I want to have fun with you. It was kind of like, hang on, I posted the video and then he was like, oh, I'm really nervous about it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, tell me, but this, like, do you want me to post it or not?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it's fine. And then all day, how much, like, are you making money off it? How is it going? What are people saying? I was like, dude, this is my platform. If you want to be a fucking content creator so fucking bad, I was like, I can send to you, you can sell that video as well.
Yeah.
If you know how much money it makes, you can go create your own platform, work at it for 4 fucking years, and then you can figure that out.
Yeah, exactly.
But us making a video together doesn't entail you to know how much I make.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And so that rubbed me the wrong way. And then the next day, he was like, so do you want to film again? I was like, cunt, I'm not going to film with you every day of the damn week. You were nervous about posting yesterday, but then today you're like, nah, let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But then he was like, okay, but are we going to film anywhere else or is it always going to be at mine? I'm like, do I look like I have a whole fucking production team? Let me just call up Black China and see if she's busy. Maybe we can get her involved too, because that bitch needs to pay her bills as well. But like, I was just like, what the fuck does this cunt think? That I just have like a whole, like, 3-tier fucking studio as if it's King Street nightclub sort of thing, and we can just have whatever fucking backdrop he wants. Like, oh, it was just shitting me into tears. And then it came around to him being like, oh, I want to have fun with you in between filming as well. I'm like, I'm leading up to something. I'm not just kind of telling you my life story.
Figured that, yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I want to have fun with you in between filming. And I was just like, well, then that's going to go back to being a meet. You're going to have to pay for that. And he was like, oh, he's like, well, then how about you start paying me for being in the videos and then I'll use that money to pay for you for a meet. And I was like, cunt, I'm not out here swapping hands with money. We had an agreement. We went in on this agreement. You can't just change the terms and conditions now because you want to see me more often. I'm not paying you for being in the fucking video. And everyone's seeing your manky ass feet at the fucking bottom. No. Fuck you. Fuck your feet. Some cunt was like, you got a tight frenulum so you can fucking know that too. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's not my penis, not my problem. But it is out here asking me to pay him to be in the video so he can then pay to see me outside of the video, so then video more. And then I was like, dude, you're already getting services for free. How much? Like, bro, like the fucking audacity.
Yeah.
Do you know what? No, the caucasity, because this can't be white as fuck too. And anyway, I'm just done with it. I'm over it. And he was like, well, and I like put my foot down and I was like, I'm not paying you. And he was like, I don't want like money. He was like, I just want to be able to afford you.
But he just said...
Yeah. So essentially he only wants me to give him enough money so he can pay for a meet with me.
But he doesn't want money.
But he doesn't want money. He just wants to give it back to me. And I'm like, this isn't fucking, like, do you want me to give you like some Monopoly money? Like, do you want me to just, and we'll pretend that's real currency at this point? Like, oh my goodness. And then everyone else is messaging me, be like, oh, can we film too? Like, when do I get this sort of treatment? It's like, nah, fuck the lot he is. He's all fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get no fucking subs after this because I'm just like, fuck men. Yeah. But you know what? Last week I said that OnlyFans hates women and I still stand by that. So, fuck the lot he is. Fuck men and fuck OnlyFans. But, yeah, and so this kind of just blew my fucking mind. And, yeah. So then after this, he's like, I need to go for a walk and think about this.
Think about what?
I was like, if anything, I'm the cunt taking the shit off the table here. Like, this isn't me giving you a business deal.
No.
And then he messaged me back being like, oh, I think we can go ahead with like things as planned. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, congratulations. Like,
this is actually making me nervous because I know another, like a male content creator. He lives in Sydney. Mm-hmm. And we've been talking for like the past couple of days about me going to Newcastle and stuff. And I was like, basically like if you have spare time or whatever, like come, we can meet. I was like, basically like I want to film like because we both agreed to film content together like a few months ago. And I was like, look, basically I'm coming to Newcastle. Can we just like hang out or grab a coffee or something first? Like I'll drive you. I'm not fussed because like I know people in Newcastle and Sydney.
You sound like every single dude that's getting out of paying for a meet, but go on. Oh no, I just want to see you for a coffee. I just want to get to know you. No, you're too good to be doing this. You're too good to be doing this.
No, but I was like, yeah, let's just like go grab a coffee just so more like I'm comfortable with them.
Yeah, before you pay him for your meet.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But then
But then he pays you for the video so you can pay him for, it all makes sense
no,
now.
because I was sort of like trying to get into like the money side of things. I was like, you know, like, do you expect like half of like what I make? Like what do you expect out of this? And then he was like, so I keep forgetting he's a content creator, and he was like, I think you're forgetting like I have an OnlyFans as well. And I'm like, oh sweet, so you take your video, I take my video, we keep our money, sorted.
Yeah,
Now,
so much easier.
now I feel like I need to just like make up an actual like thing to sign, a waiver. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like with old mate, like obviously like me getting him to consent was through text message, which obviously isn't official, but like I made sure to like get him like to type out the shit that like he was saying, and I showed him the content before it went anywhere. And one thing that, you know, Apple has an amazing Apple feature that, you know, half the people in this room wouldn't know about. But, you know, you might take something out of this information. You can have like a shared album.
Yeah.
So you don't have to upload things to like OneDrive and like other like fucking poverty fucking sites. You can just make a shared Apple album and sorry, the poor people in the room are like giving feedback. I subscribe to OneDrive. That's cool. Do they send a little Girl Scout around every like 3 months to buy bickies as well? You fucking old cunt. Anyway, the fourth wall's Mick broken. Just let it out. So yeah, as I was saying, because he also has an iPhone, wonderful match made in heaven.
Yeah.
So I could just upload it to a shared album and he could access it, and then he could like comment on the videos, but he can't like do anything. You can like kind of settle it. I was like, oh, this is fucking wonderful. I don't have to like, you know, be 30,000 years on. Like, would you like a USB with this video on it?
Do what I did and just fucking email them the video. Did I tell you about that?
I think you have.
Yeah, it was like some guy brought my Easter thing last year and it wouldn't fit like through Snapchat or anything, so I literally had to email him.
No,
that's still the best thing I've ever done to this day.
See, whereas I will sit there and I will edit my videos down to like 1 minute on the second, upload them into Snapchat so I can sell them to my Snapchat buyers, then create whole new stories and shit like that.
So I sold I think the video ended up being like 6-7 minutes or something, the one that I made. And I found out that you can do it for 1.5 minutes if you're sending it through the chat. So yeah, I had no idea, but now I do. So.
Yeah, no, but I found out that if I make it into minute videos and then I create new stories and then you can put 2 minutes into a story, blah, blah, blah. So then I've just got like a 4-part dick sucking video. I'm like, there you go, gamers. And I learned about the vault, like your vault on Snapchat, on OnlyFans. Bruh, that could have saved me so much fucking misery. I sat there and watched an 11-minute video process and I was just like, okay. Today maybe tomorrow. And then I realised that that motherfucker's already there. I was just like, bruh. Yeah. That's a good time. But I know a sex worker from back where I'm from, and she shares like the most like men attacking like fucking like just like time wasters on buying shit. I feel like for our next episode I'm gonna bring up all the shit that she fucking says just so we can sit here and laugh and agree with it, because this cunt is like fucking hilarious. Is there anything you would like to add to the fact that you don't have morals?
No, I think that's it. I just don't have morals. Don't have respect for myself either. That's going out the window.
Yeah, you can't respect yourself as a content creator. It definitely doesn't like actually help you kind of love yourself or anything like that.
No, I hate myself 10 times more. Yeah. Obviously, yeah.
Also me sitting there crying and making content. Feeling attacked. Oh goodness. But no, 'cause I had a few questions that I wanted to ask you. Yeah. But I didn't know if we were still talking about this or not, so. Yeah. So would you rather fuck a werewolf or a vampire?
Fuck, I don't know.
Because I'm thinking, you know, obviously Twilight, but like
Yeah.
also I'm like, you know, just a bit of a whore for the supernatural, and then they're adding like Sims for werewolves, and I'm like, you know, I'm obviously gonna play with me porno Sims, as everyone likes to call it. So I'm like, a whore. You can already get bestiality in the Sims, but that's not a line I have crossed. Yeah, not a line I've crossed just because I don't know what like government agencies are already inside my computer.
I did not know that. Hey.
Yeah,
What
you can do anything in the Sims. Like I think I might have sent you guys like a photo of like weird like munted titty dicks and like fucking shit like that. I didn't realize that I accidentally downloaded them when I was like going through like a mad like fucking getting heaps of content.
Yeah.
And I like went back in my game and I was like, and I give like a teenager like a makeover, and it was like, do you want like titties that have like penis nipples? And I was like,
yes.
Mom, help, I don't like it here. But like, but yeah. But no, I've really been thinking about whether I'd rather fuck a vampire or my tummy.
I thought that was mine. Mine made the noise.
Because I'm still sleeping with cousin boy.
Yeah.
And he gets really, really hot. Like, he'll literally stop having sex to like go wipe his sweat off because he doesn't want to drip his sweat onto me.
Or it is the worst when sweat drips onto you.
You have very much informed me of such. But I feel like at that point you're sharing enough bodily fluids.
Yeah, but I don't need your sweat as well. No.
I see him that often. It's just like,
that's fair enough.
It's not like some random fucking cunt off the street. I'm like, sweat on me, senpai. So, yeah. And then I've thought about how I'm really cold, and I'm like, I don't know if it's worse for me sleeping with his sweaty ass, or if it's worse for him dealing with like me touching him and being like, you fucking cold cunt. But yeah.
No, because the way I'm thinking is like, because I know when like werewolves, like in Twilight, their heart races or they get angry or whatever. Like once they hit a certain point, they just turn. So I'm like, what if you like having sex with them, then they turn?
Then it's bestiality.
Then it's, but then it's like, you know, what if like, say you're into like neck kissing and stuff and it's a vampire, what if they like go to kiss your neck but they just bite you and fucking kill you?
No, it's just drive-through pussy.
Vampire.
They're getting fries with that.
Vampire then.
Like, sure they wouldn't kill you, they'd be too distracted.
Oh yeah, it's fair enough.
I've also just seen a lot of memes about, like, you know, say if Bella was giving Edward a blowjob, that she'd get a brain freeze because his penis would be so fucking cold.
On the page.
I'm glad that I've, like, dragged everybody else through that.
I love that.
It's amazing.
That's my whole timeline now. It's just that page.
Yeah, so I'm in, like, a Twilight shit posting group. It was momentarily a Hello Kitty group on Facebook. This is me being a boomer being like, these are my Facebook groups. But it's so good. It's like this.
No, it is.
And it's like people that don't even like Twilight can still like get a kick out of it because it's basically talking so much shit about Twilight that everyone that's out there is like that loves it is also shitting on it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is a good.
Have you seen like the fucking country remixes and shit? Like,
yes.
Old
I
Bella.
saw it last night.
What are you darn tooting in these woods? Oh my goodness, this has gone from sex work to just my fucking passion projects, which is Twilight. Oh my god, I had other questions on to ask you, but obviously, you know, that was priority.
Yeah.
That was my top two. Actually, nah. Oh, we won't name names. But I'm now thinking of other occults. Would you ever fuck a witch? Or potentially someone who would put a spell on you?
Yeah, no thanks.
No?
That just reminds me of... Yep.
No, you wouldn't run the risk?
Nope.
You don't think you have God to your pussy enough to, you know, the power of Christ compels you to...
Look, if she thinks that's what she is, then no. No. No, definitely not that. Sorry.
Have you seen any of the Conjuring movies?
Yes.
Have you seen all of the Conjuring movies?
I don't think so, no.
Pussy. Anyway, so the last Conjuring movie was made in 2021 and it's called The Devil Made Me Do It. It's on Netflix. Okay, you guys can sponsor us. I've shouted you out. It's whatever. Anyway, so I have watched this movie 5 fucking times.
Yeah.
I saw it at the cinema when it came out, and I was like, that's a cool movie. And then cousin boy and I, like, he kind of puts it on me. And he was like, we never fucking watch movies, we just have sex, like fucking blah, 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 like let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
I have watched The Conjuring with this cunt 4 times. And he does not get through the first fucking scene. Like, first scene is like a kid getting possessed, and he's like, okay, it's freaking time. I'm like, bro, you said I'm the fault.
But he's the one complaining that...
Yeah. And then he rolls over and goes to sleep. Or last night he actually fell asleep in the front yard because he was sitting out there with indigestion. And like, I went back to bed. I was like, it's cold. And he just comes fucking waltzing in. I was like, oh, I fell asleep out there. I was like, fucking, what's wrong with you, cunt? And then he fell asleep, and then I watched the rest of the movie, and it has many jump scares, and I jump, and then he wakes up and goes like, what happened? And I'm like, bro, I'm actually watching this movie that we've watched 5 times. I'm like starting to not word for word. It's my new fucking grown up at this point. It is not scary no more. Like, I want to have Adam Sandler in my fucking photo frame, or have like a fucking poltergeist. Anyway.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you say?
I've never tried to even say it. I just look at it and go, nah, not going to try.
You're like fucking potpourri geese or something.
Fucking, that's probably how I would have. Yeah, if I tried to. Yeah, definitely.
I have a question in relation to this scenario.
No.
Are you easy and asleep with when there's a movie distracting you? And that's why he's suggesting the movie. Because it may get you in a zone where you're ready to be like, take me now.
No, I think it makes him more comfortable. Because earlier in the afternoon...
Vice versa,
earlier in the afternoon, I was up a ladder trying to hang up my fucking brand new plant that I bought. And he called me, and I'm like up the ladder trying to work out these drills. I can't get a fucking battery in one of the drills. I'm like, you fucking can't, fucking this, fucking that. And yeah, I answered his call, and he was like, what are you doing? And I'm just like having a meltdown over these fucking drills. And he was like, no, it's okay, I'll come over after work and like, I'll do it. He like rocks up straight away. And I'm like, oh my God, is this like my knight in shining armor? Because my ex-fiance would fucking never. That cunt yelled at me for not putting enough cheese on his fucking hot dog, and this cunt's coming over after work to hang up a pot plant. But anyway, and so he hung up the pot plant, and then we like kissed like literally fucking 3 seconds after. He's like, oh, I thought you'll make me horny. I was like, oh, darling. And then I was like, well, let's just go fuck then. And he was like, what, really?
It is him that needs the movie.
And then he didn't believe me. I had to get undressed and walk to my bedroom before he realized that I was serious about I will have sex with you. And then he kind of walks into my room and goes like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing it. I'm just like, you don't have to have sex with me, but you're saying you're horny, so I'm giving it to you. And then you're like, okay. I'm just like, dude. I'm laying here fucking naked. You're sitting with your underwear on the end of the bed, oh, I guess the sex is happening.
Oh, cousin boy. Cousin boy.
And then afterwards he was like, oh.
So clueless, that poor boy.
He was like, do you have any other pots you need hung up? He was like, I'll hang him up any time. And then I went out and bought a mirror, and I was like, I've got something else for you to hang up at some point. And he was like, yeah, I can do that. And I'm like, okay, no worries. And then, he came over, again last night.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, well, we'll watch the movie then. And then he did the whole, you always make the first move, it's not me, I'm just laying here watching the movie. And I'm like, I've got to make a fucking move because you start falling asleep.
Yeah.
Fuck. But then, he fell asleep anyway this morning at 3 o'clock, and then I'm laying
Was
there.
this outside or inside?
Bit of A, bit of B.
Okay. All right.
But then, then this morning, I ended up going to sleep 4.
Yeah.
After he told me he has to be up at 6:20 in the fucking morning.
Mm.
And I'm like, fuck you are.
Yeah.
Because I had to pick him up from the pub, so that means I got to drop him back to the pub to pick his car up, and I'm like, But so he wakes up very early, and I was laying there asleep. And so he does this thing where he doesn't want to wake me up. Well, if the cunt can't ask for sex, he ain't going to fucking wake me up.
Obviously, yeah.
But he'll kind of lay there and just talk at me until it's enough to wake me up. Or he'll poke me or cuddle me. He'll do something, but he won't out of his way wake me up.
Yeah.
And it's like I was starting to toss and turn, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back to sleep." Like that's what I woke up to him saying, and I was like, "Fucking go back to sleep then! Like fuck off, leave me alone." And then I felt myself drift off to sleep, but I was still like awake.
Yeah.
And then I heard him start laughing, and then I was like, "What the fuck are you laughing at?" And then I like drifted off again, and then he starts laughing again, and I was like, "What the fuck are you laughing at?" Like we're laying here in his house, and he was like, "No, you just start snoring." He was like, "You'll say something and start snoring again." And I was like, what, have I never fucking snored the last, like, you know, however many months, like fucking years ago when we dated, did I not snore then? And he was like, no, but you'll just be like mid-sentence and start snoring. And I was like, do I not snore every fucking night? He's like, yeah, you have your mouth fucking hanging open like you're catching flies too. And I'm like, you can't, like, fuck you, I'm not going back to sleep, get your ass up, get in the car, you're getting the fuck out of my house. So I wake up to being attacked by this company that I'm going back to sleep, but also you sleep like a fucking mong every night of your life. I'm like, bruh, if it's such an issue, fuck off. If it's such an issue, you walk home from the pub.
Just stay sleeping outside, mate.
Oh, fucking tempted.
Next time he goes outside, just lock the door on him.
I'm too nice to do that. I only do that to, like, I don't know, women. But I have nothing to gain from them. Oh goodness. But yes, that was my 24 hours, and that's why I've slept all fucking day, because anytime I tried to sleep, some cunt laughed at me for fucking snoring.
I was gonna say, because when I sent that message this morning at like 8:39 or whatever it was, and you were like, me, I'm up, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I got up and I dropped him to pick up his car, and then he was like, oh, fucking Macca's feed sounds good, and I was like, oh, I might go get Macca's too.
Yeah.
So like we're kind of like driving behind each other, and then I just like last minute decided to turn off, and he was like, well, where the fuck do you go? I thought, like, we're all going to get Macca's. I was like, no, I just decided to go home. And he was like, what? I was like, I don't know. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted.
No.
I just didn't want to be awake. I was like, I'll just go home, I'll wank and go to sleep. And then every cunt was messaging me, and I was like, I guess I'm not fucking wanking anymore. And I was like, nah, but everyone's real my fucking vibes. And I was like, ugh. And then I eventually went to sleep, and then I slept in for work. I woke up to my boss call and immediately drove past my house, and he was like, bitch, you're supposed to be at work. I'm like, I'm not. I'm sleeping.
Pranks.
And then you guys fucking called me and were like, where you at? And I'm like, mixed sleeping.
Ethan called you.
Well, if you didn't, I'd
Blame it on Ethan.
I would still be dreaming about my organs moving, so.
You wrecked
Sleeping on recording
the
days.
best dream ever.
Sorry, I will just have a 24-hour fucking live stream every Friday. 30. We have been talking for 30 minutes-ish. Congratulations.
You can count.
And we are cunts.
Rude.
Yeah?
Cancel.
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think of what these other questions are that I had to tell you that aren't relevant to my personal sex life.
I'm hating on him so much right now.
Since we have changed locations, it has become a roaster producer set.
Yeah.
It works well, but
Definitely.
Because have you seen the fucking forehead on the cunt?
Yeah, you can't miss it, guys.
I think her name's Vanessa Carlton. I think she wrote a song about him. Well, his forehead anyway. I think it's called 1,000 Miles. Because the cunt just keeps going. Just like that song. It's never ending.
Keep your arm in frame. Oi.
I am amputated. Every fucking episode. Okay, Zoe, so let's talk about abortions in America. Let's go there. Whose side are you on? Pro-life or pro-fucking fetus?
Give a fuck, honestly. No, I'm sort of, so I used to be like, you know, don't get him. Like, it's that simple. But since I've like gotten, I'm not going to say since I've grown up, but since I've gotten older.
Mm-hmm. So you haven't grown up?
No.
But go on.
I understand more now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not my business at the end of the day. If something happened to you where like it needs to happen, or even if you're just like not mentally prepared or anything, get rid of it.
Yeah. it's like I had a like big discussion about it the other day. It was like kind of weird because before it all kind of came up and became a thing.
Yeah.
And the person I was discussing it with is actually like quite young, and I was very impressed with like their knowledge on it, because I just like, you know, if you don't have the finances and that to have a child and all that sort of shit, like the intergenerational trauma that this fucking like fetus is like that you could just support, it's like the shit they're going to face. Like, the life they're going to live is just, like, not fucking worth it. And that was coming from a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So if a 13 can recognise that abortions are fucking saving children from being traumatised, then, like, maybe the rest of the world can too. But also that brings me back to what I said about...
Keep in mind, guys, we are both currently unmedicated as well.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, now I've got a question for you that is relevant and that isn't going to get us cancelled.
Yes.
If you had to lose all of your sex toys bar one, and you could never buy sex toys again, what would you keep?
I only really have one that I like, honestly.
I feel that.
Like, you have your favourite one that you
have
your
your one-
go-to, yeah.
Yeah, that you use. And then the rest is simply like for a prop on camera.
Yeah. Like, I have my favourite one, not even in my bedside table, because I have like, what are they called? Like ottomans, I forget what I think they are ottomans.
Yeah.
And it's like storage, and so it's like my wall ottomans, and then like my bed here, and my door's over here. Mm-hmm. So my bed sort of covers it. I just leave it on my fucking ottoman.
I leave mine between like my bed frame and my mattress. So it's just there. I'm like, grab it, she there, she good to go.
Yeah.
Got batteries.
And
like,
then
on
all the
bedside
rest
table.
of them, are like in a box in my cupboard.
Yeah. It's like, that's what I hate when you get the messages like, what's your favourite toys? Like, that's fucking personal. You get to see the toys that I use on camera.
Is that the one that you took to Newcastle?
Yeah.
That's my favourite one.
Yeah. Okay, but you know how when we went to Newcastle, how I brought extra batteries for my vibrator in case I needed them, and I could only find one? Fucking like the other day I found the other one. I was like laying him on my pillow, and I was like, why is my pillow hard? It was like a fucking battery. Just like against my face, and I was like, what the fuck, gun? I needed it 2 months ago. But something that I experienced with making boy-girl content was that the guy expressed to me that it was very different trying to orgasm, like, or for him to come on camera. And I was like, welcome to my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, people do not understand. They're like, oh, I feel horny, like, yeah, just show me. It's like, no, if I will, like, wank for myself outside of creating content, because it does not feel the same. It is not as good. Like, it's literally, I literally get shocked half the time when I like squirt and shit, because I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was fucking coming. Because like, it's just, you're doing like, you're working, like, you're there, you're like, well, it's not necessarily acting, but it's like, it's a job. So there's like an element of like the acting to it. So it's like, I'm just like, oh, that happened. Like, because it's,
I'm sorry, that brought,
oh, you fucking ruined everything. Yes? What brought it up?
That brought me back to last night. You know, old mate that can't roll a ciggy that I was like messing around with? Yeah, I went and saw him last night.
Yeah.
And the thing, I laugh every single time, but like beforehand, he doesn't go like, you know, do you want to fuck or anything? He looks at me and he goes, want to bang?
And you wonder why I hate this person.
Every single time. No, but then last night, like, I squirted, and then we like got up off the bed, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And he was like, what for? And then he looked on the bed and he was like, oh. And I was like, anyway, I'm off. Have fun. See ya. And literally left.
Well, if the cunt can't roll a ciggy, I can doubt he can fucking use a washing machine to wash his sheets. So good luck to him, fucking squirty McGee, fucking bed. Oh, you just make me hate him more. I try so fucking hard. But bro, just fucking men. I don't know why, but I thought you were going to tell a story about our king that got a haircut.
No. Not bird's nest, no.
No. Another one of our kings got a haircut, one of our Snapchat boys who has our little podcast group chat.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Oh, fuck me. I had another I'm losing my fucking thoughts. My brain's just manic.
Oh, so bird's nest is I'm not hearing him slim shit down at the gym anymore.
So for context, Zoe and I went to the gym and there was a particular man who smelled like pee-pee poo-poo and he thought he was a fucking rig. Plot twist, he's not a fucking rig. And the whole time you're at the gym, all you can hear is this motherfucker just dropping, like...
But then there's his moaning as well. That
honestly, it's like if a robotic dog was doing metal shits, that's what it sounds like. Because you're hearing the clank of the metal, you're hearing the grunt of like this massive shit, and it's just like, and he has like weird coloured water.
But the best thing is as well, because he got it like shaved like number 1, and there's literally still the bald spot.
You can't be shaming men for their hair, they can't help it. It says like their penis is not going to get any bigger. Okay, that just reminded me, do you think that there would ever be like, there would be out there somewhere, but do you think there's like barbers that specialise in like men's pubes? Or like some sort of like salons?
Surely.
Because I know that the salon that I go to, they have like a guy call like every so often that goes like, can you wax me dick? And every time they're like, fucking no. Like they'll refuse to do it because of like, you know, they only have women that work there, it's not comfortable for them, it's not something like, but they'll do like bikini waxes and stuff like that. So it's like, do you think there's somewhere out there for men?
Surely there would have to be.
It's probably like a very like LA fucking thing. It's like come in, get like a green juice, get an acai bowl and fucking do some yoga and get your nuts fucking shaved. But like, it's just, because like men's barbers like do like facial hair trimming, but obviously there's a difference between shaving someone's chin and shaving someone's nuts.
Yeah, but I'm sure there would be places that like where there are just all girl workers and guys will go there as well.
It's probably
because
an option to get a massage as well.
Because I was just thinking when I was piercing, like if someone came in and wanted a dick piercing, I couldn't be like, no. I was like, yeah, sure, I don't care. Like to me, it was just a job.
Yeah. But I think that's also like your views and also the people that you worked for at the time were just like, pretty girl, get someone's balls out. Yeah. Fucking disgusting pigs. Anyway. But yeah.
Anyway.
It's just like, I guess that we're aware of like what there is that caters to women. And I feel like it's becoming a lot more acceptable for like women to kind of get like things done vaginally and stuff like that. Like I want to go get like full body fucking lasers. It's like the cunt costs like, you know, $380 at least. So it's like, I feel like women are kind of more prone to like, just whipping out their vagina for other women. But like, I feel like men is very much like a pub bathroom thing and like, it's like a, that's kind of it. And even then that's still not for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just...
Actually, I was talking about like Brazilian lasers. I think it was only 2 nights ago actually. And don't you have to like, isn't it like waxing, like you have to grow your hair to a certain length?
Yeah, that's the part that scares me. It's like, I don't want to get a fucking like ruler out and measure my entire body because like I just don't want to have hair. Like I'm going to shave my eyebrows off because I just don't believe in having hair. So that's the route I'm going.
She has blue eyebrows now.
I have seen. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's just like a thing, and I've seen you know, there's like obviously like the option for like surgeries for like women to like you know, get like their vagina like prettied up and shit like that, so we're not all fluffy birds, things like that. There's just so many options for women, but it's just like what like I'm genuinely curious as to what there is for men, aside from you know prostitutes.
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
When we stop this,
when I used to work from home, when I like did nails and things like that, I had a massage table that I had for like when I did pedicures and things like that. And I think I just like posted like, you know, like my salon on my story a few times, and so many people were like, oh, can you like fucking give me a massage? Like it's like they see a massage and they naturally assume I'm just gonna ride their dick on it. And it's just like, bruh.
No.
Like, I can sit here and, like, play with your feet because I've just come to accept that I do have a foot kink and I also am qualified in giving pedicures, so bit of A, bit of B, but I'm not going to touch your penis on my massage table because it's worth more than the fucking service that you're paying for. So, yeah, that's that. But is that anything that you would ever explore? Would you ever work in, like, a brothel or, like, a gentleman's club, strip club, massage parlour? That's been hanging around you the whole time.
Oh my God.
I missed it, but yeah.
So I don't think I'd be able to do strip club.
Yeah.
I would not be able to. I don't know. I'm sort of like, I've thought about the whole like brothel thing before.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, you know, I like to choose my clients. As bad as that is, I do like to choose
Yeah.
my clients depending on like how they speak to me and all of it. Because, you know, I don't have morals or anything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So you obviously pick people that degrade you, so you
Yeah.
have further less morals.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah, so I'm
sense.
very fussy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to like do that in a brothel.
I think it's more they come in and they choose you.
Yeah.
But also, I've never worked in a brothel. Like, my experience is just what I've, you know, kind of spoken about.
I'll hit
like
baby girl up.
Baby girl?
Baby girl. I'll hit baby girl up and ask her.
Blue heel or baby girl?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, because I was offered work in a gentleman's club in Tamworth, and then like I looked at the rates and I was just like, I make more independently. It's just like that side of it isn't worth it for me, and as much as like, you know, you get like a place to host, so you can then do in-calls and you have like security and like that, all the other measures. It's just like, I got a knife. That's enough for me.
I got a knife. She good guys. She
Pretty
good.
much. But yeah, it's just kind of like, I don't know, like I'm very much like you. It's like I like to be able to, I guess, select. Like I have been pretty open to the men that I do give my services to, but it's also if someone is like super disrespectful and things like that, I don't do it, and that's why I have like my disclaimer that on my story where it's like, if you're under the influence of drugs and alcohol, I will not give you the service. If you become aggressive or threatening, or if I feel like intimidated by you,
if you just don't feel comfortable, and
it's like, and I'm not going to give you your fucking money back because you don't know how to fucking act. You've wasted my time. I'm here. I'm here to do my job, and if you can't give me the simple respect of like obeying like the fucking 3 rules that I have, no, fuck you. And it's also like, obviously then consent comes into play as well. It's like, you know, I'm not going to rock up and sleep with someone who's like fucking high or something like that. If they're like to like a point where it's like they're beyond, like, you know.
If you can tell just by looking at them.
And it's like also that comes from me where I did have like one of my clients assault me when they were intoxicated. And it's like, so I don't want to subject myself to that again. I'm fucking more than like free to make that decision on my own. And then I have other people like, oh, like, you're a fucking snob, like, you don't, like, fucking, like, oh, like, what if you have phones to come see you? It's like, that sort of thing, it's like, that's at my discretion. Like, and if it's someone that I know, then someone that respects me, I'm not going to care as much. But if you're a complete fucking random and you're messaging me on a Saturday night and you want me to pick you up from a fucking club and, like, fuck you in my car, like, obviously I'm not going to do that.
I actually had some guy message me last night. So, like, you've seen my rates and everything. I had some guy message me last night going, will you come to Kempsey for $100?
Bruh. So how was your trip to Kempsey?
Very boring. No. Oh no, but I was just like, with that would cost like the travel. Like
that would cover travel.
That's it.
Like
I'll go there and sit in my car in your driveway.
For a second, that's what you got.
That's
if I make it on time.
And then I was just like, what?
Otherwise, I'll just go around at the Puma servo and just fucking leave, like, done me lap. I have done, like, I've travelled a fair bit for mates. Like, I've gone to, like, Southwest Rocks, I've gone to, like, Kempsey and that a few times. Like, I've just gone to, like, fucking random spots on the highway, depending on who it is and if I've got the trust in them. Like, I've had, like, truck drivers and such like that. But when I had my first mate in Southwest Rocks, bro, my dumb ass started driving the wrong way. Cause I just assumed, like, I thought it was like near Foster. I didn't realise it was the other direction. And then the guy was messaging me and I was like, no, you're going the wrong way. Because you could like see like my snap map and he was like, bitch, where are you going? I was like, I'm coming to you. And he was like, you're fucking not. And I thought he was like joking with me, so I kept driving. And then I ended up like driving for like fucking 4 hours, like not like one way, but like by the time I ended up like turning around, driving back to South West Roxton, coming back home, like I spent so much time fucking driving. And I was just like, bro, but he thought it was hilarious. Like that was cool. He didn't like shitting at me over it. But I finally got there, and the cunt pulled out a knife to show me. It wasn't to attack. But you can imagine how I feel after like this cunt's like, you're going the wrong way, come to my house. I like finally get to his house, and this cunt's like, look at this knife I made. I'm like, what the fuck are you making knives for? And he was a fisherman, and he was using fucking fish skeletons to make knives. And like, that's kind of sadistic, but also I can appreciate the art. But then he was like, no, come look in my room. And I was like, expecting him to kind of like, you know, do the whole like, let's go to my room now sort of thing. So I followed him to his room. He's like, no, look at the other knives I made. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We have never met before. Don't just whip out your knives. But I ended up dating his roommate. And so like, we kind of all became like a little like group of buddies. And like they'd all just like fucking sit around and FaceTime me. And I was like, which one of you is making me a knife? Because I'd seen so many fucking fish knives at this point. I was like, I need one. I was like, I want to pull up to my mates and be like, I'm the one pulling out a fucking fish knife.
Look at my fucking knife.
And then like the same guy like messaged me like, a couple of days ago, and I haven't spoken to him in like 3 years. And I was like, what happened to my fucking knife? He's like, I entirely forgot about it. Mind you, the cunt's like engaged and has like children now, and the guy I actually dated now is like a father to 5 and is also engaged.
Jesus,
yeah, well he's got stepkids now and stuff like that too, but he's got 2 biologically of his own. I'm just like, what the fuck was, like, what did I miss? I was like, like him and I dated for a while, and he broke up with me, but we're not on the same emotional pace. And I thought he meant I was trying to move too fast.
Yeah.
Clearly I wasn't the one. Apparently I had fucking concrete boots on. I was going down the bottom of the ocean because I was not going fucking nowhere. Like in my view, like looking back on it, he did like send me flowers like after like the first time he stayed at my house.
Oh Jesus.
With like a note being like, I can't wait to see you again, and chocolates.
Honestly, would have ran.
Well, he knew where I lived. And I was really annoyed because they were lilies and they ruined my tablecloth. That's me being an absolute
That's a shame.
Yeah, but that's me fisherman man stories. Fishermen do not have fucking brain cells, and I'll stand by that. So I think this is probably a good time to wrap up this episode, unless you know you've got a fisherman man story.
No, I do not. Unfortunately, no.
All right. Well, that was absolute chaotic energy. Promise we'll be medicated for the next one. Probably won't, but we'll pretend.
Haha, pranks.
So thank you for listening to our 12th episode of Absolute Mental Illness.
Yep.
And we'll see you in the next one.
See yous.